Hello. Today we're gonna see if we can turn this massive zucchini into an apple crisp. Now, about a month and a half ago, I said this. The first set of what is probably gonna be many summer squash. I also planted my own summer squash this year, so I think I'm going to just be like up to my eyeballs in zucchini. And I was not wrong. I am up to my eyeballs in zucchini. I've been tracking every zucchini grown in my garden. That's what we're up to. There are still zucchini on the vine, and every week in our CSA we get at least a pound and up to 8 pounds of additional zucchini. So I am up to my eyeballs in zucchini. I put zucchini in pasta sauce, I've made zucchini noodles, I've made zucchini bread, I've made zucchini muffins, I've made zucchini dip, I've made zucchini fritters, I've made zucchini pesto. I have made so many different zucchini dishes, and there is still more. So today I'm going to try something that I've seen on the internet where you make a zucchini crisp that allegedly tastes like apple crisp. Will it work? I don't know, but we're going to find out today, and I'll let you know. Does it actually taste like apple crisp? And is it good? Now, I'm gonna use this giant zucchini for our recipe. This is one of those zucchinis where I went on vacation for 2 weeks and I came back to this overly swollen specimen. Now, bigger zucchinis are not better. They are blander and they are tougher. But for this recipe, I think it's a good pick because you don't really want your zucchini to have a lot of flavor, and we're gonna be cooking it for quite a while, so that should be able to compensate for it being a little bit tougher. Let's get started cooking. We're gonna start by prepping the zucchini. We're gonna peel it. Cut off the end. Cut it in half. And then we're gonna remove those seeds. A grapefruit spoon is my tool of choice here. Repeat with the other half. Let's tidy this up a little bit and then cut our zucchini into bite-sized pieces. Also, in case anyone feels like arguing with me about this is not a zucchini. You're correct, it is a different summer squash, but it's all the same. So if this were a smaller squash, I think I'd go for nice little half moons. But since it's gigantic, we're just gonna go for some cubes. A lot of the time at farm stands, you'll see large zucchinis being sold, say, for $2 and smaller ones for $1. You want to get the smaller ones because they taste better. Don't pay more money for less delicious squash. Here it is. We want 6 to 8 cups of squash. So let's see how much we ended up with. 7. So perfect, really. Now, in order to make this taste like apples and not like zucchini, we're going to be adding 2 things: lemon juice for acidity and sugar for sweetness. We need 1/3 to 1/2 a cup of lemon juice, so let's get squeezing. There we go. That is just a little bit less than half a cup. And I'm going to add 2/3 of a cup of sugar. And then we're going to add some apple crisp like spices. So, of course, cinnamon, some cloves, and some nutmeg. And I haven't seen other people do this, but I think I'm going to add a little bit of rosewater as well. I feel like apples are a little more complex than just tart and sweet, and they're part of the rose family. So I wonder if this will add just that little bit of aromatic complexity. Now we're going to get this on the stove and get it cooking. Excellent. It's on my favorite burner, which of course is the front right one. We're going to turn on the heat, bring it to a little simmer, and then I think we're going to cook it for about 15 minutes to soften the zucchini and really get it to absorb the lemon and the sugar. It's been 15 minutes. The zucchini are starting to look translucent and they've released a lot of liquid. I'm gonna add just a couple tablespoons of cornstarch mixed with water to this to help it thicken up a little bit. Instant thickening. All right, and now we can take this off the heat. We've got a big casserole dish here. I think this is 8 by 13. I know 9 by 13 is more common, but I think this one's 8. And I'm just gonna grease it with a little bit of vegan butter. And then we can add our zucchini mixture right in and spread it out into an even layer. Let's set this aside and make our crisp topping. We've got the rest of that stick of vegan butter in the bowl. And then I'm gonna add roughly a cup of oats, about a cup of all-purpose flour. You could use gluten-free if you're gluten-free, and about a cup of brown sugar. Let's add a sprinkle of all of those same spices we used before. The cinnamon, the cloves, and the nutmeg. And now we're just gonna mix this all together using our most reliable kitchen tool, our hands. I'm basically just rubbing the vegan butter into the other ingredients until it has a nice crumbly texture. I often think of it as feeling similar to wet sand. This is about the texture we're looking for, where if you take it and squeeze it, it will sort of hold its shape before crumbling apart. Now we'll sprinkle our topping over our zucchini in an even layer. And now it's ready for the oven. We're gonna bake it at 400 for 35 to 45 minutes. We want the top to be golden, and you wanna see a little bit of the zucchini bubbling up. That looks pretty done to me. I'm just gonna let it cool a little bit before we try eating it. All right, I waited as long as I possibly could, which wasn't very long. Let's scoop out some of this crisp. I will say crisp is never one of the most aesthetically pleasing looking desserts. A little vegan ice cream might make it look a little bit prettier, but we don't have any. And this is all about making use of what we have, which is tons of zucchini. It looks apple adjacent, a little bit greener than I would expect an apple crisp to look. But the important thing is, what does it taste like? Time to taste the zucchini crisp. It's pretty close. It's not exactly right. I will say you can taste just a tiny bit of zucchini flavor in there, and the texture is, I don't know, not quite right. I feel like when you make apples in an apple crisp, they go from crunchy to soft. And this has gone soft, but almost like with a bit more of like a gumminess to it. I don't know that gummy is even the right word. The texture is just a little bit different than I would expect an apple crisp to be. I mean, if you told me this was an apple crisp, I would believe you. I wouldn't question it. It's close enough that like I definitely would be like, oh yeah, sure, apple crisp. But, oh, and especially if you told me it was like an apple and pear crisp, then sort of like some of the discrepancies would make a little more sense. The lemon flavor is also a little bit heavy, but I think really like ultimately it's a delicious dessert that tastes pretty darn close to an apple crisp. When I make apple crisp myself, I like to use different types of apples. So you get different bites with slightly different flavors, different amounts of sweetness, different textures. And this obviously does not have that. So I think that is the one thing it's missing. I think you could make an amazing zucchini crisp if you did like 3/4 zucchini and 1/4 actual apple. I think that would really add to the experience of it. But I will say it's closer than I thought it would be. And it's tasty, it's delicious. It used a huge, massive zucchini, so one less zucchini for me to find another way to eat. And that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me as we turned zucchini into mock apple crisp. Let me know in the comments what some of your favorite zucchini recipes are. I still have a pile of them in the fridge that I need to get to, and I could use all the inspiration you can give me. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe and turn on notifications, you'll be the first to know next time that we post. Thanks so much. Bye.